Now, there's one player in particular, and you know him very well, Sanchez, Alexis Sanchez. He went to Manchester, and he's on £600,000 sterling a week. That's a reported figure, which hasn't been contradicted. And he's been there 6 weeks, Liam, and he's looked very tired, disorientated, doesn't appear to know what position to play in. And this is a guy at his best for Chile and for Arsenal, who was a real leader, was very, very energetic, could lift a team. I've seen him many times lift Arsenal. I just wonder, Liam, I thought in the last few months with Arsenal he wasn't quite doing it, but I thought it was because he wanted to get away. Now that he's away, I wonder, he looks to me like a guy who depends on energy as well as his great skill, and he might be suffering burnout. He's been very, very tired looking.
Yeah, well, certainly looking at him play, he's not playing with the same energy and the same enthusiasm, but you want to know the reasons for that. Now, I don't know. My guess would be is that going up to Manchester has been a bit of a shock to him. Not having, maybe what he had in London. Going up to live in Manchester, I think, is a lot different than living in London. I think he was very, very happy here in London. Obviously, I'm talking about off the pitch, with his where he lived and his lifestyle, and probably going up to Manchester. Maybe that has to change. I know nothing about this, Eamon. I'm just guessing. But going up there with your family, who have been quite happy in London, and I believe he has quite a big entourage with him. And from what the information I have and what I know is that he's not the easiest of characters on a day-to-day basis going into training. He kind of does his own thing, and he's not part of the group. But all the lads, all the other players, kind of forgave him that, because when he played for Arsenal, he was outstanding in the early part of his career here, and he was 100%. It was actually an example on the pitch to some of the Arsenal players.
Yes,
of how much he worked and wanted to win. So I think his kind of behaviour in and around the club on a day-to-day basis was kind of overlooked, and they got on with it. But I think probably going up to Manchester, coming in on that kind of wage compared to the other lads, you have to get on with the group straight away. You have to behave yourself. You have to do as you're asked and do what the other players are expected to do. He's always been a little bit of a solo player in that way. And then, I'm just guessing this, is maybe he's not settling in Manchester. Maybe he's looking around and thinking, I'm not too sure I should have come here.
No, and there is one factor that struck me. It was when players leave clubs now, the other guys usually on social media wish them good luck and all of that. Newspapers made quite a lot of the fact that not a single Arsenal player commented or wished him luck or said thanks. So that confirms the idea that he wasn't exactly off the pitch. He wasn't one of the guys.
Well, that's my point, Eamon.
Yeah,
I think that's true. They forgave him on the pitch because he delivered. But at Manchester United, you come in and you go way above what the rest of the players are on. You have to deliver, don't you? For them to accept you. And a bit like Messi, right? If you were a Barcelona player and you were playing with Messi, you wouldn't care how much he was on, would you?
No, absolutely not. I'd chip in myself.
Yeah.